Although, honestly, hindi ko siya kilala before siya naging vice mayor. Ang kilala ko nanay niya. Because as a high school student, I sort of worked with her as the high school representative of the Philippine Mental Health Association. So I didn't know that he had a son who's a lawyer and stuff like that. But then suddenly there was the vice mayor when I was already working with my first newspaper periodical Davao. So that's when I learned that Nanay Suli, who we all call Nanay Suli, had a son and we became a politician. Anyway, ang anong tama po na historical itong libro na to, dahil po, nung nasulat na, history na lahat. Kasi, we in the media po ako ha, huwag niyo ako awayin. I'm the editor-in-chief of Sunstar Davao. So, we in the media, lalo-lalo na sa Davao, nagsasabi na 5 taon pa. Dahil pagod na rin kami. We've never had a president who worked this fast, habol ka ng habol hanggang gabi. Kaya nakakapagod rin siya. Pero kaya nga natulog siya. So, kung natulog siya, kapay tayo. Pero for as long as hindi siya natutulog, habol ka ng habol. So that's actually, So kagabi, nung na-meet ko yung mga OFW, ang unang tanong talaga was, meron ba talagang pagbabago? Kasi siya baka nag-i-illusion lang kami, di ba? Siyempre taga-Davao, go, ganyan, kahit anong nangyari. So, ang ano talaga, yung sagot ni Mamsi, or was it Olivia? Ang sagot ni Mamsi was something like, meron talaga, dahil ever since daw, walang presidente tumulong sa mga distress of OFWs. Tsaka ko lang na-realize na noun pala yung distress OFWs pagsasalitang OFW. Parang, kasi sa atin, pag nababasa natin about distress of OFW, we treat it as a verb describing a certain OFW. Sa kanila noun na yan. Kumbaga, meron talagang sektor na distress over OFW ang tawag. Sabi nga nila is, ngayon lang daw may presidente tumulong sa mga distress of OFW. Si Tatay D. Si Tatay D. Okay, Tatay D naman ako. Ganun sila gano'n. Anyway, so since excerpt lang naman, doon naman tayo sa ending. Para maintindihan ninyo. Dahil actually, yung beginning and ending ng aking part dito sa libro ay isa. It was to stress sino talaga si Tatay D. So nakasulat dito, while other journalists and news anchors chide Duterte for seeming to flip-flop on his statements with regards different issues and concerns when he became president, we know him as a man of his word. Except that, syempre, he will embellish his words and even whip out a lie when you ask the same question again just to test him. However, if the question is raised again, not as a test, but as a sincere question, then he will give the same answer he gave when the question was first asked, and he will stand by his words even if he first said it 20 years ago. The Q never tried to test him. Yun po ang pagkakamali ng mainstream media po. Parati nilang tinatanong ng paudyok. Pag tinanong nilang paudyok rin yung Tatay D, sasagutin kayo ng normal niya na way, yung kanyang pagkabugoy na way, sasagutin kayo niyan. Kaya marami pong nahulog doon sa trap na yun. Ang parati sa kanya, if you approach him with sincerity. Ganun lang po. Marami.